Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
The latest episode of WWE Raw not only featured John Cena's last appearance on the Red brand but also saw Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns make a return to complete both teams for the Men's War Games match. It is now confirmed that Reigns, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Jimmy Uso, and Jey Uso will go up against Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker in San Diego. Given the shocking returns of the OTC and the Beast Incarnate during the main event, fans are now suggesting that the Stamford-based promotion might kick off a storyline between the veterans sooner than expected. Now, let's explore 3 signs that WWE is heading towards another Roman Reigns vs. Brock Lesnar match. CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and the Usos faced off against The Vision, Logan Paul, and Drew McIntyre in the main event of this week's Raw. As expected, a chaotic brawl broke out between the two teams before the shocking return of Brock Lesnar and then Roman Reigns. However, the creative team might have teased another compelling program between Reigns and Lesnar in the near future when the veterans face off during the show. This could be aimed at building up an exciting storyline that eventually leads to a blockbuster match at WrestleMania 42. 2. Having neither Brock Lesnar nor Roman Reigns face John Cena at Survivor Series. Last week on Raw, John Cena captured the Intercontinental Championship from Dominic Mysterio. That had led many to suggest that the company could have either Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns return and challenge Cena for the title at Survivor Series, but that was not the case for the veterans upon their return. However, the Stamford-based promotion pulled off a major swerve on fans by booking Dominic to face the franchise player instead in a rematch at the upcoming WWE Premium Live event. Meanwhile, Lesnar and Reigns entered the Men's War Games match as opponents. Currently, Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns are not part of John Cena's last time as now tournament despite sharing a storied history with the franchise player in WWE. Interestingly, that may be a plan to have the veterans focus on entering a compelling program to set the stage for a blockbuster match in the near future. While the tournament progresses, the creative team could have the Beast Incarnate continue with his feud with Reigns even after Survivor Series. Interestingly, they could blow the roof off with their rivalry, further fueling fans' interest. For nearly a decade, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar have defined the upper tier of WWE. Their battles have stretched from WrestleMania to SummerSlam, from last man standing bouts to brutal championship wars that have gone down as some of the most intense encounters in modern wrestling. Just when fans think the rivalry has finally settled, WWE finds a way to ignite another spark. And now, after months of subtle hints, backstage whispers, and storyline movements, it feels like the company may be preparing for yet another massive collision between the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns and the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar. Whether you're excited about it, exhausted by the matchup, or simply curious where WWE is heading next, the signs are almost impossible to ignore. Here are 3 major clues that suggest WWE is planting the seeds for a future Roman vs. Brock showdown. 1. Brock Lesnar's lingering shadow over the Bloodline storyline. Even during Lesnar's absence from WWE television, his influence continues to hover over the main event scene. WWE commentators, backstage interviewers, and even other superstars have been dropping Lesnar's name more frequently in recent months. It's no accident, WWE rarely mentions a major star unless there's a storyline purpose. The Bloodline's recent storyline chaos has reopened the door for Lesnar's involvement. Solo Sikoa's takeover, Jimmy Uso's betrayals, Jacob Fatu's dominance, and Roman's long absence from television have created a brewing storm within the group. With the Bloodline fracturing from every direction, WWE is setting up a narrative in which only one man, the original conqueror of Roman, can realistically step in and challenge him again. This fits one of WWE's favorite storytelling patterns. When a top star is in crisis or nearing a major turning point, the company reintroduces a familiar rival to reignite fan excitement. Lesnar's storyline arc has always revolved around dominance, disruption, and revenge. And now that the Bloodline appears weakened and divided, a returning Brock Lesnar could be positioned as the unstoppable force that blows the cracks wide open. There's also the matter of unfinished business. Roman defeated Brock decisively at SummerSlam 2022, but in WWE, a rivalry of this magnitude rarely ends cleanly. A character like Brock Lesnar doesn't simply disappear after a loss, he returns when the moment is perfect for maximum destruction. And WWE seems to be building that moment now. 2. Roman Reigns' next challenger isn't obvious, which usually means Brock is coming. WWE typically keeps Roman Reigns surrounded by challengers. Over the past few years, the Tribal Chief has battled stars like Cody Rhodes, Edge, Seth Rollins, Daniel Bryan, Cesaro, Drew McIntyre, and LA Knight. But lately, there's no clear top contender emerging for him, especially as the Bloodline storyline grows more complex. That uncertainty often leads WWE back to one man, Brock Lesnar. This is part of the company's long-standing booking philosophy. When WWE wants a guaranteed main event draw, especially for stadium shows or international premium live events, they turn to Lesnar. He's proven, he's marketable, and his rivalry with Roman sells. Right now, with Reigns' return reportedly coming up on Raw or SmackDown soon, fans are asking a huge question: who is actually big enough to face him next? Most top stars are already locked into ongoing storylines. Cody Rhodes is focused on the championship scene and internal feuds on Raw. Seth Rollins is occupied with injury recovery and his long-term arc. Randy Orton has been dealing with the Bloodline, but that rivalry seems aimed at Solo Sikoa. LA Knight may not have enough momentum to headline a major event against Roman again. This leaves a void WWE often fills with Brock Lesnar. Additionally, WWE loves cyclical storytelling. Whenever Roman appears unbeatable or stagnant, Brock reappears as the one man who can push him to the limit. With Roman's title reign surpassing legendary milestones and his dominance reaching new heights, WWE may feel the need to reintroduce a challenger who already has credibility against him. It's a familiar pattern, and fans are starting to sense it again. 3. Major WWE events ahead need huge main events, and Roman vs. Brock is a proven draw. Timing is everything in WWE, and the next several months are stacked with major events. Whether it's Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, or upcoming international shows that require massive attractions, WWE is looking for blockbuster headliners. And there are few matchups as instantly marketable as Roman Reigns vs. Brock Lesnar. The company understands the power of nostalgia mixed with modern storytelling. Even if some fans roll their eyes at another Reigns-Lesnar match, the reality is that the rivalry has repeatedly delivered in box office numbers, ticket sales, and viewership spikes. Stadium shows, especially, need matchups that casual audiences recognize instantly. Roman vs. Brock still carries weight with global audiences who tune in for the larger-than-life feel of WWE's biggest spectacles. There's also the possibility that WWE may want to use Lesnar as the final test before Roman's eventual downfall. If Reigns is going to lose the championship within the next year, especially to someone like Cody Rhodes, many believe he must first defeat his most iconic rival one last time. A final chapter narrative writes itself, and WWE loves to promote one last war type storylines. With Triple H now at the creative helm, there's also the chance that the match could be presented differently than in the past. Triple H may want to craft a more emotionally grounded, more brutal, or more definitive encounter to finally close the rivalry in a meaningful way. And let's be honest, a returning Brock Lesnar appearing unannounced, marching straight through the remains of a broken bloodline, and standing nose-to-nose with Roman Reigns would create instant headlines worldwide. WWE knows it. The fans know it. And the timing feels almost too perfect. While nothing is confirmed, the clues are piling up. WWE rarely plants hints without purpose, and the renewed presence of Lesnar's name in commentary, the lack of a clear challenger for Roman, and the need for massive main events all point in one direction: another Roman Reigns vs. Brock Lesnar showdown may be on the horizon. Whether this turns out to be the final chapter in their legendary rivalry or another escalation in their ongoing war, one thing is certain: if WWE is preparing to run it back, they're doing it at a moment when both men can once again shake the very foundation of the company. If Roman Reigns returns to reclaim dominance, if Brock Lesnar comes back to reclaim his throne, then WWE may be headed toward one more colossal clash between the Tribal Chief and the Beast Incarnate. And when those two collide, the entire WWE universe stops and watches.